Hello there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault. I am super excited to bring old is pure gold kind of RTR 162V which has been rejuvenated and resurrected back to life 2022 model. This is the updated revised facelifted version. So what all features does it get? Let's not waste any more time. This has kind of a nostalgic feeling for me because I've owned the HyperEdge model back in 2012. This is the next design that was launched, a revised design, and from that moment onwards it has been scarily fast. It has been a beast holding its own, and still it sells like crazy. So what is the reason behind it? Let's find out. So when I turn around and have a look at the design, perfect sunset in the background, and have a look at this. First of all, let's run you through the changes that the new model comes equipped with. So turn on the ignition. So here are the DRLs and the LED headlamp that have been updated. So the LED DRLs have been there earlier, so it kind of gets slightly revised design, more pronounced now, and a LED headlamp which looks absolutely super kick-ass. Then the other change is the tail lamp, of course, which also has a kind of a demonic kind of a layout. You can see the horns of the devil, menacing as always. And then of course you have this matte blue color scheme with a little bit of carbon fiber cues, race tuned FI. So it is air cooled and it is fuel injected, and it's the tried and tested 160cc 2-valve engine. It mentions supermoto ABS, which means single channel ABS. ABS is operational only on the front wheel. However, you get pedal discs at both ends, and it was the first model to offer pedal discs if my memory serves right. And the graphics look absolutely super good. The tricolor is right over here, emphasizing the made in India, proud to be an Indian moment. Racing since 1982, so 40 years of racing legacy comes alive with this machine, built by racers for racers with racing DNA unleashed. Racing throttle response defines this motorcycle. What really makes it a versatile bike even to this day is the flat seat, single seat layout. So even if you are a racer who got married and has to compromise, you don't have to compromise when it comes to the racing DNA, but you have a seat that you can live with on a day-to-day basis, easily accessible for ladies, so can be used as a family bike, if I may say so. Again, tricolor emphasized right over here, RTR 160 racing throttle response, and gas charge shock absorbers, which again were introduced with this kind of model. Of course, Pulsar was the first to introduce gas charge shock absorbers, but then you have the over square engine, tried and tested 160cc single air cooled fuel injected 16.04 PS and around 13.85 Newton meters, close to 14 Newton meters, 5-speed gearbox, and it is air cooled still. And you have these massive tank shrouds which keep the engine actually cooler, so reduce the engine temperature by 10 degrees further to maintain its cool. And giving you a quick kind of walk around. But then again, talking about the bike, yes, the engine still has vibrations, so I'll talk about how it feels to ride, the refinement and everything. So the updates, the major update however is the speedo console. If you can see, full digital speedo console replaces the part digital part analog. I love that rev needle counter, but now it's gone. You have full tachometer, full speedometer, full digital tachometer and speedometer, fuel gauge, and you don't get a gear position indicator. That's kind of sad. I wish they had included that. Time and odo, and it comes with smart X Connect system, which means you get turn-by-turn navigation and other connected bike features. So now talking about the riding modes that have been introduced with this new RTR 162V. Here you have the sport mode, as you can see. Then you have the rain mode where the power decreases to 13.3 bhp or something, and even the urban mode the power is less, but then in the sport mode, the full power and torque is unleashed. So this concludes a quick fire overview. The price starts from 1.17 lakhs for this 2V variant. And do you like this one, or do you prefer the 4V, the new updated version, more electronics, better refinement and more power delivery? 4-valve engine, this is a 2-valve engine. So which one would you prefer given the option? And yeah, it still is a legendary bike, pure raw power that you can feel each time you ring the throttle wide open. If you like what you see and want to see more pure automobile content, stay subscribed, stay tuned for more action coming up right here at Dino's World. For now, let's hit the road and let's put this menacing beast to the test in the real world conditions. Okay guys, so now that I've given you a quick overview of the classic legendary racing machine Apache RTR 160 2V, now equipped with race-tuned fuel injection, new console, LED headlamps, LED tail lamp, and Smart X Connect, let's actually rev the hell out of this one and let's see whether the beast lurking underneath comes alive. Okay, so the bike managed 107 kilometers per hour, which is the speedo indicated max speed, and which is the max speed that the spec sheet claims. 16 PS, 16.04 PS, 13.85 Newton meters of torque, 5-speed gearbox, and yeah, you're left wanting for more. Wish we had a 6th gear in place. Let's now switch the mode. We've been riding in urban mode, so I think that kind of reduces the power to 13.3 bhp or something. So now let's turn around in sport mode. Let's try and unleash this one more time. Whoa. Wow. So this has always been the case with the RTR. The more you rev it, the more the bike feels alive, more the bike feels at ease. An absolute breeze to ride through the city streets. This is an empty straight, a back straight, where we usually test the super bikes. So this might be a bit too much for a 160cc bike, but still, sport mode is on and the beast is wanting to come alive. I still remember 2012 Hyper Edge, the previous design model that I had owned. It was an absolute beast back then. Yeah, it's going beyond that now, well beyond that. I'm sure it can do better, so let's turn around. The stunter's machine, this one. The red light keeps popping up. Want to rev the hell out of this beast. Full throttle. Wow. Such a free revving machine, racing Throttle response, racing DNA unleashed. Wow, now the machine is coming alive. Okay. This is what the machine is capable of. 128 close to 138, can do better once the engine breaks in. It's a brand new machine. The gear shifts are super smooth. The clutch isn't all that heavy. Throttle response is nice and menacing, just what you come expecting. Nice carbon fiber cues. The tank shrouds help in cooling the machine, keeping the engine cool. Actually 10 degrees, the engine heat is actually kept at a check, so it's cooler by 10 degrees thanks to the tank shrouds which channel the air through the engine compartment. The digital console kind of does its job, but I still prefer that analog rev needle climbing kind of a thing, but you can't have everything, right? So Smart X Connect, turn by turn navigation, all the other goodies that come along with Smart X Connect. This thing, aluminum levers, still one of the finest build qualities. Small elements like the key ring kind of glows in the dark, so small yet subtle yet effective features that make it truly a masterpiece and a legend of its own kind. And it's so easy, so compact, so lightweight. Power to weight ratio when it was first launched was huge. Now I think still the dry weight is close to 128 kgs, so a 12-liter tank, so that kind of makes it close to 140 kgs or something. It's still feather light actually. Can literally play around. That's what makes it the stunter's choice. Lightweight, torquey, powerful and peppy engine, wanting to be revved to the max beyond the red line in each and every gear. So I kind of loved going back in time kind of a thing, nostalgia kind of a feeling. Yes, you get the modern elements like LED lights now. It's not refined, it still has the vibrations, same vibrations that it had earlier. The 160 was always plagued with vibrations, so TVS haven't addressed that. Some people actually prefer that. They want that vibrations which actually make it passes off like a sporty character of the bike. They want to feel the bike while riding it. If it is refined, they say they can't really feel the bike. Exhaust note, that's the bass heavy exhaust note. Really satisfying sound, and one of the best background scores from the yesteryears. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.